again. Susanna here, your spiritual guidance counselor and angel intuitive, and your intimacy intuitive. We're going to start gravitating more towards that because that kind of encompasses all of it. You know, we can say spiritual intimacy, self-intimacy. Lucy chiming in. She's speeding us along because it's warm outside today. But right now I want to answer one of the questions I get fairly frequently, and it's, you know, how do you work? Where do you get your information? What is this we thing? Because if you notice, I do refer to the work that we do as we, as us. I do connect with my guides, my angels, my source energy, whom I call God, my creator. And it's like, the best way I can describe it, it's like a combination of all of them. So when I first started out doing this professionally, professionally I started about 15 years ago, and I would explain it, and it worked a little bit different. It was as though I would hear like many voices in unison, but it was like behind me, to the right, and a little above. So I'd say it was right here. So in sessions, I would look up and over so I could hear better. I'd like turn my ear so I could hear them more clearly. Like it was a group of people standing behind me, yet they all spoke in unison. And it's pretty amazing because it was like male and female voices, masculine and feminine voices combined. Well, over the years, I've kind of integrated, and through my human experiences and practicing more and more with this, apologize, sweating a little bit. It's become even more integrated because I realized in the beginning I was keeping myself separate from spirit and from source, and then finally came to the understanding, or to the teaching, the learning, that we're all one. All of us are one. So they are now integrated in with me. So it's still as if they're in my head, a little above and to the right and behind. They have this corner, and I do channel. I am not a trance channel. I am a medium, which means I transfer information from different spiritual realms. So I do see spirit energy of your family, friends that have passed, etc. But I also see other spiritual realms and beings in other spiritual realms. Another reason I like being outside, yes, I do see the fairies that are around me, and I'm sure maybe many of you out there are seeing them as well. They do help keep my energy up. But as a channel, I share the information. They give me the information and I give it to you or to the client. It comes through me and out of me, and then it's gone. So in a session, many times I have people come back to me and say, "Oh, remember when you told me this and that last time?" And I'm like, no, I don't. It's like, I remember you being here, I remember what you wore, but I don't remember the information. Sometimes I'll remember some of the topics that we discussed, but I don't remember the information because that's personal to you, to the client. So in that process, sometimes I do in channeling, sometimes I do step aside. I don't just allow them to take over my physical self and speak through me, but I do let them come through me sometimes when my human brain has a rough time interpreting the visuals or the feelings that they're giving me, because that's usually how I receive the information also, is through visuals, pictures, movies, feelings, experiences, and sometimes it's hard to put words to it. And oftentimes they do give me the visual of my personal experiences, which is why I do truly feel blessed to have been through some, I'll be direct, I've been through some crazy shit in my life, and it all has a purpose, and it's all been powerful in that I now have the ability to share my experiences with you, so that you can either avoid those situations or get through similar situations a lot faster and easier without having to go through the entire process. You can still learn your lesson or have the experience without it being so intense or so uncomfortable. So hope that answers some of the questions out there of how we again do our work. And again, have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Have a wonderful rest of your day.